What's going on? We are here with another double tech to discuss what we thought would look like the AFC Championship, but it's not.
Yeah.
The Bills versus the Chiefs on Sunday night.
And saving the best game for last. The best game for last, the one that we thought would be the end of the season. We get a whole week early. I feel like we're spoiled with these quarterback matchups, to be
Yes.
honest. Like, we got Stafford Brady, we got
Mhm,
Aaron Rodgers out here.
mhm,
AFC has now got Joey B. Thank God the young
mhm.
quarterbacks are showing some heater. He's coming back from the injury
Ryan
looking nice
Tannehill's got to
in
prove
the
he
future.
could do. Ryan Tannehill's in a win and all situation right now.
Yeah, don't sleep on Tannehill. Who knows what he can do with Julio and all them in the playoff atmosphere. So seeing this one, this is the top of the pops, cream of the crop, the best guys.
Mhm.
The margin of victory is so slim. The room for error is going to be so slim. Do you think that Josh Allen or Mahomes is more prepared to take this victory home this weekend?
That's a very conflicted question for me. I have to say Mahomes, right? You almost have to. I don't know because he's been here so many times and we've seen him finish it, right? But I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Uh,
I'm going with Josh Allen today. I don't
okay.
believe Josh Allen is gonna let it happen again. And the Bills have been out for revenge. Ever since that windy game in New England, when everybody disrespected them for letting New England win the ball, they only passed the ball 3 times, and everybody just spoke so down on him. And oh, you let that New England own you. They done been on New England's head nonstop. They ain't just beat down New England. They beat them twice, and they put their foot on their neck. And now you go up against Kansas City, who's the heel for them boys right now. They've had issues with them. They haven't been able to get it done in the big moment. And today is the day that they send the Kansas City Chiefs home.
And what's the difference this year from for previous years? Are you putting it all on Josh Allen's growth?
Experience. It's
Okay.
growth, it's experience, a few defensive weapons, and the exposure, the exposing of the Kansas City Chiefs. That we now know your quarterback can't read defenses too well. It's
Yeah,
easy to mask.
because he told
Um,
everybody.
they've won some games, but what is it? Everybody's like, go ahead, run the ball. We're going to play this cover two and see what you get, and just make sure Tyreek Hill don't take off. And they've had success in the run, but it's not been against quality teams. Kansas City has not beaten many quality teams in the
Mhm.
AFC. Their record is a reflection of teams they should have beat and some losses they should not have. They came into this season talking about an undefeated season. You remember this. They
I
came in
recall.
here talking about running the score up, and you're telling me it took a cover two to change that?
Mm.
And we run into the playoffs, and the Bills want your number. I don't see my boy Diggs standing out there on that field after the game watching them boys. You think he's about to give up another one? Diggs is about to run it up. And you're talking about a Chiefs secondary who let Jamar Chase break the Bills single game receiving yards record on their head. And we got Stephen Diggs out there. Take their face mask now. Take the face
That is
mask off the
a
cornerbacks.
great point. Yeah, I think that I have to lean towards Buffalo right now because of how well the defense is playing. I mean, number one pass defense in the NFL, and that's because of the play at all three levels.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting huge play out of their linebackers in order to prevent the extension of plays while maintaining their responsibilities of stopping the tight ends, not letting Mac Jones get away with all the little piddly Patriot shit that they like to
Mm-hmm.
do. The back four, I mean, come on, Tre'Davious White and the best safety combo in the entire league with Poyer and Hyde. The front, we had huge questions about the age, right? We were
Mm-hmm.
worried about, is Ed Oliver going to show up? Is Russo and what's my man's name? Gosh, they got another guy on edge guy. See, exactly.
Exactly.
That's what we're dealing with the Bills.
And it's something to see with the Bills. They're playing besides Green Bay. I mean, they had one slip up game, but they're playing consistent football as well. It's going to make it challenging for the Chiefs. And we've also noticed that if your secondary can hold up enough to allow you to send a blitz, to send an extra man, Patrick Mahomes has not had success under that pressure. He's
I've
not.
seen also Mahomes not being able to handle the eight dropping coverage guys
Yeah.
well. When there's only three coming for him and he's not able to, oh, I'm just going to scramble around until something happens. Like, you can try, but there's eight people out here to cover four. and suddenly he crumbles because he's unable to get the timing of the route. So now when the play has extended and everybody's just running around and dysfunctional, we have him locked down. That's resulting in these sacks, these turnovers, these unfortunate losses to teams that are not on the same level as the Chiefs. All of those come from the fact that he's not decisive in his decision making within the flow of the offense. And if he doesn't do that against the Bills and is more precise rather than just going for the deep play, they're not going to win because there is no running game that they can rely on to bail them out. Neither team has this. That's the thing that has to be understood about this.
The Bills are committed to the run. That's going to be the difference.
But the commitment to the run also involves Josh Allen, right? Josh Allen is the first quarterback to go for 4,000 yards passing and 150 rushing. He's involved heavily in what they do in the run game. So him having the ball doesn't take away from that pressure. With the Chiefs, they haven't been able to find an answer at running back for a few years now, and they haven't been able to inflict constant pressure. They're getting bailed out by opening up the same thing we talked about the Rams need to do, opening up the running game with the pass.
Yes.
The problem is that's not going to happen against the Bills because that's what we're designed to do. So the creativity of McVay, as we talked about, Andy Reid today now, they have to be on display in order for us to really see what these quarterbacks are capable of, because he can't go out there and make a play within that first 3 seconds against this type of defense and not be on point. It can't be just cool.
Yes, it can't be that. And we're at a point where the raw talent of Patrick Mahomes isn't going to be enough. There were a lot of people saying, he's going to go get him 3 more back to back, or he's going to do this, that, and the third. And people forget what league we're playing in. It's the NFL. This is the pros. That raw talent, it was great when it happened, right? Their team was so stacked. It was hard to even, what do you do against that? Little did everybody know, all I had to do was just go out there and put enough guys that he can't read. The raw talent's not going to cut it no more. And the Bills are playing and being coached to show their consistency and their experience, not just that they have the most talent. First thing you'll see is if they go out there like they did against Jamar Chase and they let Stephon Diggs be one-on-one versus anybody in that secondary,
it's over.
It's over. But it also is going to take Josh Allen trusting in Stephon Diggs, right? He's going to have to believe that when Diggs is running that fade and it's him in that corner, he has to believe Diggs is going to go up and get it. And you have to have that, because that's all the Bengals did, right? A lot of those plays from the Bengals over the top weren't perfectly drawn up. He believed in Jamar Chase that he's a better receiver than that man is a cornerback. And
we've seen him have faith in that number 1 receiver. But it seems like game to game for Allen, it's a different number 2 that's stepping up. Like we've seen Isaiah McKenzie. We've seen Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Dawson Knox. Who's that guy for you in this game that really has the advantage against what the Chiefs do?
It's going to be Diggs. I have Diggs going for 100, at minimum 100.
Even so, there's no second option. We're not worried about after Diggs.
It's going to go. So what's going to happen is Diggs is going to get to 100, and I'm predicting that. But this is where McKenzie becomes dangerous, right? We've seen that they're willing to try to put a little extra body on Diggs, and McKenzie is exploiting the gaps in the defense while they do it. And Josh Allen has been doing a phenomenal job of getting him the ball, because this team is somewhat selfish right now. It's not about me. And and dare I say is they just got to get past Kansas City. They just got to get past these guys.
You think it's over?
I think they're in the Super Bowl. If they can get past Kansas City.
The AFC, but I don't know if they're ready for Rodgers or Brady.
That's going to be another conversation.
Yeah, but I agree with you. If they're able to get past Mahomes, it's no question whether they beat the Titans or the Bengals.
Yeah,
that's without a doubt. The Chiefs, in the event that they win, will have to start with an incredible first half.
Yes, it has to.
They cannot play comeback football as they've done so many times on their Super Bowl run, when they did it 3 times, when they came back to beat the Bills then. This is not the same team. This is not the same Josh Allen.
Funny you said that. That's exactly what I predicted for this game. The Bills are going to go up early. We're going to get into the second half. They're going to try to run the ball, which is going to elude, give Kansas City a few times to get some touches. They're going to give you 2 touchdowns back to back. They're going to go on a 14-0 run. Bills are going to be up by 7 still. Josh Allen throws the ball once, gets about 2 yards. Play calling changes. They go with a run on second down, running backs in the end zone, and that's going to be the ball game. And I'm telling you right now, that's exactly how it's going to look.
We've got the exact.
We've seen this from Kansas City against Les. Except for sometimes it works out, right? Sometimes they
Yep.
come back and they put something together. But the Bills ain't having it again.
No, I don't see it again. I think the Bills close this one out and move forward to the conference championship game. I'd love to see Josh Allen versus Burrow. I think that's what we all want to see. But I really do think that Tennessee Bills matchup is going to be pretty hype.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So let us know in the comments what you guys predict, whether you think that's going to happen. Whether you got Chiefs, Bills. Mahomes is just so much better than Josh Allen that he can carry them on his back without the help of his defense, or if the number one pass defense is going to pay off for Buffalo. And check us out in Double Take next time. It's Dave and Q.
Peace.